Deuteronomy 28, verse 29. We disobeyed. It's common sense. Y'all ain't never sat in the house and just wondered like, damn, why just us? Y'all don't think about that sometimes? I'm asking the question. Y'all don't never think about that.
She lives around 45. Has the first one. I got a husband and baby. I got everybody that got the hospital diplomas in my family. They're in college, they're at FAMU, they're at National College.
Do they keep the laws of God?
They know about the law. They don't go to church.
You said you guess you don't know.
But they all got education.
You
they
equated.
They in college.
I understand that, sis. That's all garbage. You have to live right and try to come up in this world. But what's going to happen when Christ get here with all them diplomas and Navy, all of that stuff? What's going to happen to him when Christ show up? Christ coming with what? Read that real quick. And matter of fact, give me Isaiah 66 and 15.
Well, profit a man to gain the whole world.
There you go. She on point. You can quote him, but you got to start doing it.
Yeah.
Listen.
Exactly.
Listen. I got a high school diploma. 3.0. I got a master's, bachelor's. I went to the Navy. I got money. I got a house. I'm married. I got kids. But I'm a sinner. I don't keep none of God's laws. I do everything America says to do, but I'm living good. Let's see what's going to happen when Christ show up. Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66 and verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots.
God coming with fire and with chariots. I'm asking a question. Do diplomas burn? Do bachelor degrees burn?
Well, you can't take none of that stuff with you when you're dead.
Exactly. So what can you take with you?
You can take your soul. And
your soul. What are you supposed to be doing with your soul while you here? Obeying the laws, right? Finish that out. See, now we talking. Finish that out. You talking good now.
And with chariots, like a whirlwind, to render his anger.
To render what?
To render his anger.
His anger. Because we just read before you came up what pleases God, and it was the law. Sirach chapter 2, verse 15 and 16. That's what pleased God. God ain't pleased with no masters, and because you went to the Navy. The Navy is a nation that fight and war against our people. Exactly. So why even mention that? That's not a good thing. Our brothers and sisters that go into the army, they go into the lands of Africa and kill our people. So that's not a glorious thing.
Okay.
Read it again from the top.
For behold, the Lord will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Rebuke mean correction, and when he get here, he doing it with fire. See, the Christian church tell you, he finna come down here as a white man and ask you, why didn't you do this? Why? He ain't asking you nothing. Because he gave you all of this grace to change. Listen up. He gave you all this grace to change, right? But you didn't. So now he's gonna rebuke with what?
With fire.
So that's the only correction he got now. You wouldn't listen, so I'm gonna burn you up. That's the best thing to do to keep you away from the good ones. I gotta burn you. Read.
For by fire and his sword.
So by fire and the sword. Tell me something positive you can do with a sword. That's positive? It's all negative, right? All I can do is kill with it. So he coming with fire and a sword to do what?
For by fire and with his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
So that's how, not this homosexual looking white boy. The true God with white woolly hair, skin of brass as if it was burned in the furnace. He coming with fire and a sword to do what?
Fire and a sword will the Lord plead with all flesh. And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the what?
The slaying of the Lord shall be many.
And the what?
And the slaying of the Lord shall be many.
The killed of the Lord shall be many. Did you know he was coming to kill? Nah. See? That's what it just said. It just what you believe now after we read that?
In the Bible on the side, because I have a big Bible.
Hold on. Oh, we gotta like comprehension. Like I asked a question. What did this scripture say he was coming to do? We all got good. That brother got a good job right there. He's securing the community. He making sure no violence happen. I got a decent job. That's just a means of living and eating while I'm here. But if I don't do what he's saying, the slain of the Lord shall be many. He gonna kill. And then while we here abusing our grace, he allows people to die. But what was we supposed to be doing the whole time we was here? Teaching our kids, like we read in Psalm 78. Give me Titus 2 and 11. We got a dress code, the way we're supposed to dress for God. We got certain foods we can and can't eat that God talked about.
You want us to dress early?
Yeah, we're the author. God is the author of beauty, and He gave us His dress code and His look. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you in the law. Read this. I just had to show you who. Read that.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 2 and verse 11. For the grace of God that bringeth salvation have appeared to all men.
So the grace has appeared to us. There's our grace right there. The word grace equates to Christ. Because without Him dying on the cross, we have no grace. He is grace. He's the grace that appeared to us. Read.
Teaching us.
It said teaching us something. People think they ain't got to keep the commandments no more. Watch this New Testament we read. That grace appeared, teaching us, teaching what?
That denying ungodliness.
To deny ungodliness. Smoking weed, cheating on my wife, breaking the Sabbath today, dressing out of order. To deny ungodliness, read.
And worldly lust.
And worldly lust. All of the things our flesh want, we got to train ourselves to stop doing it. That's what grace is for. Before Christ came, did you know if you got caught doing certain things, we take you to the take you somewhere and we stone you right away. You got to die right away by our hands. We're under grace, so when we see you do it, we teach you to stop before Christ show up. That's what grace is. Grace don't mean you ain't got to do it no more. So now you have time to learn to be godly and to stop being ungodly. Read.
We should live soberly, righteously,
righteously,
and godly in the present world.
In this present world, he talking about right now. So grace ain't never meant we ain't got to keep the law. It means you got time to learn. So let's learn. Deuteronomy 22 and 5 again. So let's learn. Y'all love God. Y'all believe in the Bible, right? You want salvation. Because it ain't fair for us to live this way and not get the kingdom, is it? That's horrible. Picture how blacks and Hispanics live only to get thrown in fire. That just made my belly tremble saying it. That sounds horrible. I deserve something better than this.
Amen.
To a certain degree, because I broke the commandments, so that's why we're here.
Right.
But after all of this time, man, we gotta get something better than this, man. Yeah. But this how we get it. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5.
This is what your God told you to do. Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth into a man.
The Israelite woman should not wear what a man wear. That's pants, right? You guess? Well, read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. That makes better sense, right? What should I be wearing? What you got on? What if I had that on right now and I'm a bit yellow? I'm gonna look crazy, right? So why it don't look crazy with y'all having on pants? You know why? Because the world had normalized it. Y'all didn't always wear pants. That happened like back in the 90s, 1950s with a white woman. We always following them. With a white woman named Amelia Bloomer. That's where bloomers come from, which was undergarments. And now y'all wearing them like pants, showing off that what God gave you. We ain't supposed to be looking at that. You know why? That's why the whole world full of lust now. That's why you got baby mamas and baby daddies all over the place. How a man gonna function and marry you and see the God in you, but I can see everything you got? He can't even function for looking at your cleavage to even try to see if you godly to make a life with you. He can't even see the God in you because all you doing is showing him sex appeal. So that's one reason you shouldn't be wearing pants. Number two, God.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
To be doing it.
Big ass blisters and everything.
Ain't that your body telling you shouldn't be doing it? You shouldn't be doing it. Y'all have a dress on. Excuse my French, let it breathe. Y'all supposed to have a dress on. Read it from the, but remember, we just went over a lot about what God will do to you if you don't keep the commandments, right? So keep that thought. So we read commandments now, and you said you believe, right? Read it again from the top.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth into a man.
So what should you not be wearing right now? Huh?
Pants.
Right, and tights like you got on, all of that. All of that. It's all pants. It's all pants. Now, y'all said y'all believe. Are y'all gonna do that? Yeah? All praises to the Most High. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Which we ain't gonna do, but you see a lot of men doing it, especially the rappers. Read.
But all that do so are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
Everybody that do it is an abomination. Abomination means hate. Did you know God hates? Yeah, he hates. He said if he catch you in pants, you keep doing it, he hate that. You subject to death because your grace ain't gonna last forever. Why you think you see car crashes and mysterious people die mysteriously all over the place? Don't nothing die without God knowing it. God put the order, I'm sick of this one, the grace is over with. That's when people die. Now to increase your faith and to use your grace and not abuse it, start keeping the commandments. Don't wear no more pants. You go home, get rid of them, wear your dresses. You said you got a lot of dresses. A few. So go to the thrift store. I know for women it's super cheap. I buy my daughter's dresses all the time. I can go in the thrift store and get 20 dresses, $2 a piece. $2. I can go to the thrift store tomorrow because the day's a Sabbath. I can go tomorrow. I don't make a lot of money. I can buy 50 to 100 dresses tomorrow and still don't be hurting at the thrift store. So you ain't got no excuse. For men, it's a little different. It's a little more expensive. But y'all can find dresses. 1 Timothy 2:9. There's more to it. So you got on a dress, but there's more to it. There you go. You already know where I'm going. You already know I'm going. And this is how we talk when we speak logically. You got to speak logically and you got to be realistic. Because like we was talking earlier, we know all the atrocities happen to us. But you kept mentioning the Chinese, you kept mentioning the whites.
If you're young, yeah, you can watch it.
If you're young, you can do it? Why? No, that God said you can do that. That's the worst time to do it. That's when you at your piss, the worst time to do it. When you young, you should be thinking about getting married so you can raise a righteous child to increase the nation. And I was just talking about speaking logically. Is that logical? Your kids, say you got a son and a daughter, they turn 22, 23. They should be walking around showing off all their body because they're young? What good is that going to do them?
Well, my daughter, she's 27. She go to clubs, but she works. She got a good job.
Huh?
She go to clubs downtown.
She got a husband?
She got a white baby daddy.
She got a white baby daddy. Goodness gracious.
Well, she got a high school.
So I ain't got to ask you if she keep the laws then. Because she's learning from him. You know what she going to learn from him? She going to learn that. And that baby is not an Israelite.
Bring it out.
That baby is the seed of who? The white boy. So that baby don't cover none of these tribes. So she just brought in seed by another nation. But read this. We got to think logical. We the only nation don't get along with one another, and we allow each other to date outside our race. Remember we brought out what we're supposed to teach our kids. You should have taught your kids to go find a godly Israelite man. That's what you should have did. So we can increase our nation. The other nations increasing. That's why they own every damn thing. We won't stick together for nothing. Read that.
This is the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that the women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
The Israelite woman got to wear modest apparel. What modest mean? I know you know. What does modest mean? Nope. Adorn means to cover yourself, dress yourself in what? He said in modest apparel. What's modesty? Modesty means not showing off sexual attention. So that means you shouldn't have on what kind of dress? Tight. Tights, period. Is that dress tight or loose? It's showing off every curve you got, ain't it? I can see everything. Brothers, can y'all see every curve she got? They saying they can see everything. You said
I can see everything.
You said they can't see. We said, because remember, we men, we different from you.
But there's other ones that are showing everything.
Right. Can we see everything you got? We can. What y'all do when y'all get dressed at the house? Y'all put it on. When we get dressed at the house, us men, we go like this in the mirror. We get it tight a little bit.
In the mirror.
What's the first thing y'all do when y'all put it on? What y'all do in that mirror? Okay, y'all ain't gonna tell the truth. Y'all go just like this. Y'all go just like that in the mirror, right? And you see, and then you go, yeah, it's popping good today. Then you turn around and leave the house. You make sure the butt is showing good. Say you ain't never did that before. Look, she did it. Y'all do that, don't you? Okay. But read that again,
In like manner also, that the women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
So you supposed to wear modest apparel, not showing off your sex appeal. I guarantee you, most brothers your age, if they want to holler at you, you're going to catch them looking up and down at your body, and they might mention something to you. Damn, you looking good back there in the back. Ain't that how most black men approach you? How many people approach y'all and ask, hey, where you from? How you look real respectable. What's your, you went to God. Brothers ain't finna approach you and say that dressed like that, and you know that. So you should wear clothing that's not showing off your sex appeal. Modesty. Then you might run into one of the brothers that's godly and got it right mind on. You know what I'm saying? Read.
With shamefacedness.
With shamefacedness. What that's talking about. Now that's giving more emphasis on the modesty.
Bring it out.
There you go. Look, you said God want us to look pretty. Look at them dresses.
Yeah.
Ain't they pretty?
Now this one.
It ain't
That's
showing
the
off
Facebook
nothing.
app
That's
too,
wrong.
right?
It ain't showing.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
you can't do that.
Nobody
You can't do that. But now, common sense. I said speak logical. Common sense. Dressing like that, and even the men showing off all their stuff. What does that promote? That God said not to do. Thou shalt not commit. Huh? Thou shalt not commit. It's a word. Adultery. Adultery. How many brothers, finish that out in 2 and 9 real quick. How many brothers y'all think they see a good looking woman and they know she married, but it's out there and she's staring at him? You think he ain't gonna go get the number? He gonna go get it. We ain't supposed to do that, so you gotta dress in order. Finish that.
And sobriety.
And sobriety, read.
Not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
So your braided hair and your gold, he ain't saying don't do it. He said don't let that be the only thing that you about. Show everybody your godliness. Read. It didn't say you can't wear it. He's saying don't let that be, don't let people think that's all you about is your looks. Read. Yeah.
But which becometh woman professing godliness with good works.
So if I see y'all with your dress on, with your fringes on it, I can clearly look and go, this is an understanding woman that understands God. That's a good woman. That's what I can assess by looking at you, and in turn trying to find a husband, he can do the same.
What is a nation?
Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family. Nation